Yes, we've been focused on that for quite some time. We have assets all over the world, and we, I think, understand pretty well that developing everything by ourselves is probably not the right approach. So whether it's in Mexico with El Financiero, or in Canada with Bell Media, or in India with Bloomberg Quint, we try and find companies and entrepreneurs that are very successful and can be good partners and share our values editorially and business-wise and work together to build something great together. And so that's been a better strategy for us than going it alone in the regions where it requires a lot of effort and resources to do effectively well. Yeah, yes, I think so. It's a lot easier than setting up a traditional magazine or traditional television channel. There's a lot more that goes into that physically. Digital does break through the barriers, and so, sending content, partnering as a licensor of content is much easier on in a digital platform. I don't know that I would say I'm surprised. Working with Twitter closely, we have expectations that we would reach the million and a half people a day that view our content. They get roughly 100 million people a day, or 120 million people a day. So we knew that partnering with them would expose us to a lot of those people. But we're happy with it. It's been able to support the type of revenue that we needed to build. We invested in 70 new people for this, and so we needed a revenue source, which is advertising now, to make that sustainable. So far so good. The big new push for us is going to be, how do you go beyond social media, and mostly for us Twitter, and into a continuous 24/7 live news network that can be on these OTT platforms, and without leaving our engagement during the day, in particular with the social platforms, where a lot of people they really like the 30 to 60 second, here's what happened, and there's a level of trust that the brand has earned, Bloomberg in particular, and so we don't want to lose that, but we also want to go into people's living rooms, and we want to be on all the time. And I think social media is not great for that, so we're excited about this continuous live stream. Yeah, I think so. Social videos can accumulate tens, hundreds, even billions of views, and that's great. But if you look at the engagement time, it's pretty low. We're talking 30, 60 seconds. Even if the clip is 3 or 4 minutes, people don't always finish it. So it's tough to build a scalable business model and a brand when you have these quick touches. It's part of it because that's what people want, but also when you're thinking about the bigger picture and how you grow a brand globally, you need to have people with the content in a more expansive way, and having something that is always on when you get home and flip on Hulu or even your pay TV provider, and you can watch TikTok news. That's interesting, because then you get 2-3 hours of engagement time potentially. We still think there's a healthy advertising business, that if you add value to your marketing partners, you can have. Whether that can grow 10, 20, 30% a year when platforms are accumulating the majority of the revenue, I don't know, and I don't think so. I think the great thing about the reader revenue is that is a reflection on how a consumer feels about your brand, and that's your relationship generally that you own, and it's yours to lose. And so the revenues for publishers like Bloomberg and the New York Times, and if we do it right and we add value, and you have to do that every day, otherwise they'll cancel, will far exceed the potential in digital advertising, without question.